Welcome back to day 30 of the Junk Journal January challenge. And today the prompt was unexpected. And what I think I'm going to do is use this vintage-ish looking page and make a vintage-ish looking envelope. And then my journaling card inside the envelope is going to have a patchwork of sort of almost psychedelic 70s Peter Max-ish kind of fabrics covering it. And that will be my unexpected part, that there's a 70s psychedelic Peter Max groovy kind of card inside a vintagey envelope. And I'll probably also find a vintage, like a 70s quote from maybe a John Lennon or something like that. So let's get busy with the envelope. Okay, so I don't really want my envelope. I do have some actual vintage envelopes because who knew that my mother was a stationery hoarder? I didn't realize that she was hoarding all these stuff from Current. I don't know if you've heard of the stationery store Current. She used to order stuff from them, and I have a whole drawer full of envelopes, but they were all too big to fit on my page. And so I'm going to create one. Now I do have an envelope punch board, but I kind of like this stencil look, the look of this envelope better. So I'm going to just trace it and cut it out and put it together. Maybe add a little ink splatters or something like that, and make it look older, and then I'll get busy with the journaling card. I got my envelope all cut up. I'm going to put some ink around the edges, and see, I'm going to glue it right onto the page, so the only side we're actually going to see is this side. And I was thinking about adding a stamp, but normally you would add the stamp to the other side of the envelope. I think I might still add one anyway. Why not, right? Why not? Okay. I'm wondering in this day and age of emails if anybody even really knows how to address an envelope anymore. Kind of weird to think about, huh? Okay, and I need to put a little bit up here. And there. And then I have to make sure that my journaling card is not too big. So my samples of fabric are going to have to be quite small. I found this little card. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got some little flowers on a slightly teal, light teal background. And it fits perfectly this way. I'm just going to cut off a teensy bit here. And then I'm going to just cut out little tiny scraps of fabric, to glue onto my card. So let's make sure it fits. Oh yeah, fits perfectly. Okay, so let's get our little fabric pieces cut up. I love this one, and I think it comes, yeah, it comes in green and purple too. There's only one purple, so I think I'm going to hoard the purple one. But oh, there's a blue one. Oh, there is another purple one. That's my favorite. I guess I can do with a tiny scrap of purple. Let's get a flower. Actually, let's get this pink one here. So, to cover that up somehow. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact. Let's get these out of the way. And I've got several of these There's a blue one I used already in my other journal. I think I'll just use a little piece right here, and probably not even that big. Let's do that. Got that. And we've got some stripes. There's a lot of the stripes which are not my favorite. But we've got this, so let's get a piece of this. I don't know if any of you watching grew up in the 60s and early 70s, but is there anyone out there that remembers Peter Max? I had a pair of Peter Max pants, and I thought they were very cool. And let's see, what else can we use here? We've got some of this purple. Let's get a piece of that. Why not? It's not my favorite either, so I'm okay with that. Let's put that one. Great. I don't know. I'm just going to cut some out and then we'll fit them on somehow. That comes in green. And then we have this one in oranges and reds. This one is leaves, I think. That looks like a leaf or a flower to me. But I'm not going to use that one in it. Oh, there's cool. That one's cool. Let's get a piece of this. And then I'm going to have to think of a quote. Any suggestions out there? If you can find a quote, leave it in the comments below and maybe I'll use it on another spread, like my closing spread. Not my favorite. This one's not my favorite either, but I'm going to use a piece of this. I like the little purple circle. Let's cut that out. And it looks like I might have to use some more. Okay, let's just glue some of these down. And I'm just going to glue the whole shebang here and start sticking the papers on, or sticking the fabric on. Hopefully they'll all stick well. I don't really want to get out my Fabri-Tac, you know. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. How about put this here? I need a, let's see, put this one right here. And then we'll need a skinny one over here. So let's do that. And you know, I could always stitch these on later too, but for now we're just going to glue them on. Let's see. This one we can kind of put, let's put this one right here, a little bit there. Glue this on it. Looks too much the same though. Let's do it over here. And I can just cut a piece of that off. We're going to have a little tiny square here somewhere too. Cut this off. Okay, got a string there. I need something right there. How about another little circle? That's a good idea. Am I on camera? We'll put this little circle right on that little tiny square right here. I'm going to need to put a little more glue. Slightly cover up some of the other fabrics. And we move that down a little. Okay, that's good. Something for here. Well, I don't have any of this, so let's try that one. Maybe I'll put a little, try to get as much of the colors as I can get. I don't want it to be too thick. No, I was thinking about putting it right here. Maybe here because it's too much of the same color. Okay. Do that. Now just cut it off here. There. And now we just need something kind of right here. Maybe the green, because we don't have, or maybe here, let's do green flower. Even though I only have one green flower, I think let's just do that. Yeah, that vintage fabric store was awesome. I have a feeling I didn't make it thick enough. I might still have this little spot right there to cover up. Oh, nope, it's good enough. Well, actually, it isn't good enough. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this off, and we'll put that like that. And that's going to be covered there, and I'll just find a little something to go right there. Not pink. Something we don't have on there yet. All these. Oh, how about a stripe? Why not? I don't have the stripes on there. It's not my favorite, but it's still going to fit in with our color scheme, but we don't want pink or green. So I think we'll use this, maybe cut a little strip like this. Get the yellow and the purple and the blue on there. The strings. Now it's unraveling, but let's see. And I'm going to just cut it a tiny bit shorter. Hopefully it won't be too short. And I'll put that just like that. And now my job is to go find a quote from the 70s or late 60s. So there's the card. That looks pretty psychedelic and Peter Max-ish. Gonna go in the envelope. Let's try to trim off some of these edges, these raggedy edges. And I will get my quote and then figure out how else I can vintage up this envelope. I decided to go ahead and add a finishing touch to my envelope here, and that is a what do you call them? A seal, a wax seal. So I'm going to actually put 3 little beads of wax in there, and I will start melting it. And I'm going to it's going to be the moon and stars, and I'm making a wax is brown. Whoops. And then I'm going to highlight the decorations, the moon and the stars, with gold. So that should look pretty nice. And we do not want to start a fire, and I am not going to make you watch this. I will come back when it's all melted. My wax is all melted, and what I'm going to do is going to pour it out on the parchment paper, and then I'm going to take my seal and just do it on the parchment paper. And then it looks like it's going to be very big. It might be too big for my envelope, but I could trim it too, I guess. And then I'm going to sort of glue it on the bottom half, and then it can hold the envelope. Oh, not in the right spot. I'm going to glue the bottom half to here, and then I'll use it as a closure for the envelope. Okay, so here is my little seal. It's pretty big, actually. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go over this part, the moon and hopefully some of the stars. They're very tiny though, with this gold ink. Let that dry. There, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can tell, but I did. That's what I did. And then I'm just going to glue it to my envelope. I should have made some more of these to have on hand and not have to make them one at a time, you know. Okay. So, yeah, it's not too big. It fits perfectly. Look at that. It's not too big. It fits perfectly right there. And let's see, maybe I should just put the glue on the envelope so I don't screw anything up. Okay. There. And that's going to hold the envelope closed. I think I need more glue. And I'm going to have to hold it closed for a minute. The journal is so bulky. And I just want to make sure I'm not gluing the envelope closed. But there. We'll hold that still. Okay guys, and there we have it. I don't know why I didn't film decorating this envelope more, but I ended up just putting a little bit of a washi tape with some script and a little leaf here, some little felt flowers, a stamp of a little tree, a vintage postage stamp from India, and then this. It's not going to be easy to open and close, but there you have it. And inside is the unexpected. You would think that inside this envelope was a vintage letter or a vintage journaling card. But oh no, it's an unexpected psychedelic 70s, early 70s, Peter Max style journaling card that says Turn On, Tune In, and Drop Out by Timothy Leary, and The Time Is Always Right to Do What Is Right by Martin Luther King Jr. And they were both in the 60s and kind of opposite advice. But there you have it. My version of Unexpected. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again for the last, very last closing prompt. So sad. But we have Junk Journal July to look forward to.